All right. Welcome back to Blue City Reviews. Thanks again for watching. Today I'm talking about Fatherhood from 2021, starring Kevin Hart and Melody Hurd as the father-daughter duo. They're both fantastic in this. They're both so adorable. This is based on Two Kisses for Maddie, which is apparently a true story. I didn't know that until I just glance at Wikipedia quick before pressing record here. Wow, what a sad story. I have never read the book, obviously, but I'm wondering how close the movie sticks to it now, to be honest. But anyway, I'm going to try to keep this spoiler free. The plot revolves around a young couple. She is 9 months pregnant, has to give a cesarean section abruptly, and doesn't go as planned. The little girl survives, but she does not. And Kevin Hart's character is left to raise his little girl alone, with some relatives on her side of the family that have some doubts as to whether or not he can really do a good job at being a parent. And he has doubts himself. He didn't have father figure basically at all, from what I understand, and that can lend doubts, to how you're going to be as a parent, and even who you are as a person. Now, this is supposed to be, well, it's marketed as Kevin Hart's big jump from comedy to something more dramatic. Who knows if that's why he chose the script? He may have just liked the book or the material and been like, yeah, let's develop that, more from my point of view and shit. But the dramatic stuff works great. And Kevin Hart succeeds here mainly because sometimes, not always, but often, comedians, when they're trying to break through into something more dramatic, just go way overboard. And just lose sight of what makes a movie, just because they're trying to really impress you with their chops. Now, I know Jim Carrey had done drama long before The Number 23. He played an alcoholic at one point and some other stuff, but the Number 23, he was hoping, I'm going to really come out and show people, and he just went way too fucking overboard. Nobody wants to see Jim Carrey, having sex. So, luckily, Kevin Hart gives a appealingly laid-back performance here, man. He understands that drama is as much in the little things as the big things. He doesn't take too many huge moments for himself. He really lets the story play out as it should. Now, there are some unnecessary things in here. His friends, the sort of goofy sidekicks, nothing against the actors, but I don't think that stuff worked at all. The comedy was really broad for the material, and especially with all the other people around those two, it just seemed pointless. I would have rather spend more time with Alfre Woodard, or even like Paul Reiser is great as the boss. Maybe there would have been some more to mine there, or even Kevin Hart's his new love interest, which shows up about halfway through the movie and has his wife's name, his deceased wife's name. Is that, again, this is the type of thing that bugs me. Now I have to read the book, but is that real? That's fucked. She does great. There are a lot of great performances in here. Again, Melody Hurd. I've got to keep that little girl has got talent, man. But the too goofy. Some of the comedy here doesn't work. It's ironic that the dramatic scenes work, but some of the comedy really doesn't land for me. But that said, I think this is a great film. If this had been released in the theaters as it was supposed to have been, we would have gone. I like Kevin Hart to an extent, but my fiance loves him, so we would have been first in line. This is a fine watch at home on Netflix. It touched me, man. It got to me. There are some really good scenes in here and some really good moments, but I feel like I can't talk too much about it because it's a type of movie where you probably kind of already know where it's going to go. You kind of know the beats of this type of film, right? So if I talk about it too much, whatever there is to spoil is, just going to come out. inadvertently. So I do recommend this. This is a big thumbs up. It's the best kind of feel-good movie. It's, you know, it's not insulting your intelligence. Um, I actually think it could have done with being even less of a Kevin Hart movie, though. Some of the slapstick could have come out of there, man. But I loved it. I recommend it highly. So if you have Netflix, Fatherhood, and not the Fatherhood with Patrick Swayze, which is also based on a true story. All right. Thanks once again for watching Blue City Reviews. We'll talk to you soon.